Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. As you read today's title, it's gonna be a story time on how I found out I was pregnant and a pregnancy update. So how did this start? So I had a follow-up doctor's appointment because a few months, I believe it was 1 or 2 months before my appointment, I had a cyst on my ovary and it erupted. So I think it was a month before, and he scheduled me to come back so he can check, like, has the fluid drained from my uterus, because as I said before, it erupted. So I'm at the regular checkup, like a follow-up. So you know, when you go to Joy and they make you pee in a cup, they come and check your weight and everything. So I used the bathroom and they called me into the room and she's doing my weight or whatever. She's asking me if she does the blood pressure or whatever, I think. Yeah. And she's like, she calls my GYN and he's like, how are you feeling? Like, do you have any pain from the cyst erupting? And I'm like, no, not really. It's no pain. I'm okay. And he's like, so when was your last period? And I told him my last period was in December. So, but I told him like it was a irregular period. And he's like, he asked me, like, what do you mean irregular? And I told him like it was like only 3 days or something. So he's like, he asked me, do you think you're pregnant? And I'm like, no. Like, I just had a irregular period that month. So he's like, the nurse is like, I didn't check her pee for a pregnancy test yet. And he was like, you don't even have to do all of that. He was like, lay on the table. We're gonna check your uterus. So I lay back on the table and he's like, look at the screen. And I'm like, what does that even mean? I'm like, sir, what does that mean? So he's like, look at the screen. And the nurse is like, oh my gosh. And I'm just like, what does that mean? So I look at the screen and there you go. A little baby. A little pea. Like literally a little pea. I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Like, what the hell? I instantly started crying. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's what I said. Oh my gosh. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. And she's like, are you happy? And I'm just like, like, at this moment, it's like, what the fuck? But it is what it is. So they like, do you have anybody here with you, or are you here by yourself? I'm like, oh, my mom's in the waiting room. They was like, do you want to tell your mom? And I'm like, yeah, she could come in. Like, I'm not hiding anything from her, like, ever. So I'm like, yeah, she can come in. And they call her in the room and they're like, you're gonna be a grandma. And she's just like, oh my gosh. And if you know my mom and her voice, she said it just like that. Oh my gosh. Sis pulling out her phone and everything, all happy, trying to take pictures and videos. So at this point, my mom is in the room or whatever, and she's just like happy. So they turn the light off and she's like, do you want to hear the heartbeat? And I'm like, a heartbeat already? So I'm just like, what the hell? And he's like, yeah, you're 7 weeks pregnant. 7 weeks? That's 2 months. So I'm just like, no way. Like, It's no way. So I'm just like, what the hell? So I'm like, yeah, I want to hear the heartbeat. And let me tell y'all, as soon as he put that heartbeat on, I just started bawling like a little kid, like bawling like that's my kid. Like, what the hell? So I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. And like, it's a lot going through my mind at this point. Like, girl, pregnant. It was just crazy. I'm just like, what the hell? I'm just like, all right, that's that. I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, I was really in shock. Like, as for the pregnancy update, right now I'm 7 months pregnant with a baby boy. I won't reveal his name yet because it's up and down, because the name I picked his dad doesn't like, so I won't reveal it basically until he's born. But yeah, as I said before, I didn't have any symptoms until I found out I was pregnant. So I could say the 3rd month, that's when all the symptoms started pouring in, like the extreme fatigue, the being nauseous, the morning sickness, and yeah, all that stuff, the headaches, like the crazy headaches. But that only happened for like a week straight, and then it went back to normal. Thank God, because like every night, well, every morning, I would wake up at 3 o'clock throwing up. Like, it was just horrible, and I would sleep and still be tired. It was just crazy. But now I'm in my 2nd trimester, so it's not really that bad. So I'm about to go into the 3rd trimester in a few weeks, and it's almost over. But yeah, on that, what else? I had pregnancy acne. Like, my face looks disgusting. I had never in my life had acne problems, and it's horrible. Like, that's the only thing that I'm hating right now, because like my skin is terrible. Like, first of all, I already have eczema, so it's like 10 times worse. Like, it's horrible, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. And as y'all can see, my neck is darker than my face now, and that's another problem that I have. But it's all right, because they said everything is supposed to like go away when you have the baby. And I have pregnancy carpal tunnel syndrome. If you don't know what that is, that's like basically the nerve in your wrist. It's like, I can't explain it, but it hurts like really bad. And yeah, I don't have any, like, my feet hasn't swollen up. People be like, oh, my feet grew a size. Mine didn't do that. But yeah, that's it. So if you have any questions about pregnancy, or you guys want to tell me something, give me some tips or something, you guys could comment below and let me know. So that's it for this video. See you guys next week. Me to themselves, but I'm jealous. The city is my palace. What I'ma do? 'Cause I want